everybody, Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you, number 110. It's a 2,500 point battle, as always, with me, Lord Tremendous of the Warriors of Chaos, versus Prince Pointy-Eared of the High Elves. I would swear, but I try to keep it as family-friendly as I can, but you get the idea. It's a good battle, it's a fun one, and we'll get right into it. This is my list. For the most part, it's pretty much what you've seen. I made a couple of changes with this one. I've got my Sorcerer Lord, of course, Lord Tremendous. He's still Mark Tzeentch with the level 4. Disc of Tzeentch, Enchanted Shield, Staff of Sorcery, Talisman of Preservation, Third Eye Tzeentch, Flaming Breath, and Laura Tzeentch. My heroes are still the Exalted Hero, Lady Elizabeth. She's still got the Mark Tzeentch on her Chaos Steed. She's my BSB with the Halberd, Helm of Many Eyes, Dawnstone, and Poisonous Slime. Because she is a whirling tornado of death. My other Exalted Hero was Berserk. He's got the Mark of Corn, Extra Hand Weapon, Dragon Helm, Opal Amulet. I gave him the Potion of Strength and Scaled Skin. And then, of course, least of all is my new Chaos Sorcerer, the Skull Caddy, Level 1 Wizard, Charm Shield, Skullikatam, and Allura Fire. His entire purpose in this list is to carry around the skull. I gave him the Charm Shield because I had 5 points left over. My core choices are 5 Warhounds with Scaly Skin, 19 Chaos Warriors, the Children of Tzeentch with Mark Tzeentch, Full Command, Hand Weapon Shield, and a Banner of Eternal Flame. 18 Chaos Warriors, Blood Tide, Mark Corn, Halberds, Band of Musician, and the Banner of Rage, because I never want them to be unangry. My special choice is 5 Chaos Knights, Elizabeth's Honor Guard, with Mark Tzeentch, Ensorcelled Weapons, Banner Musician, and the Standard of Discipline. And my 2 rare choices are the original Mutalith Vortex. And his new partner in crime, well, newish, I guess, partner in crime, the Gilded Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beasts. You'll have to excuse me if I seem distracted. My wife is pretending not to listen while I record this. My opponent's list, I didn't get a picture. I usually take a picture of the list after the game. I forgot. And I'm going to stop doing army lists when I don't know exactly what they have, because, you know what, 90% of the time I'm wrong. Or I just don't know, and I don't see how it's really helping anybody by me guessing. So I'm not going to guess anymore. I'm just going to skip it. I'll make the, it will get into the action faster. And to be honest, if you have any real questions, put them in the comment section below, and I'll answer them the best that I can. Here are my spells, 4 from Tzeentch, 1 from Laura Flame, and 1 from the Beast. Let's face it, I'm never going to use the Laura Flame one. And here are the elf spells. Sorry it's a little hard to see. I really took a bad picture of these things. But, yeah, for the most part, you're looking at him. He had numerous spells for... I think he had 3 wizards. 2 or 3 wizards? I can't remember exactly. You'll see what happens. You'll know why I didn't know. Here's deployment. You're pretty much looking at it. My Mutalith was going to run around the side there and start picking on his bird with the hopes of changing up his stats, or at the very best, maybe mess up some of his, have him fail a few ward save or toughness saves and make him, miss his ward save. I don't know. It was a hope. I put him over there on the flank because I figured maybe I could get the White Lions messed with a little bit too. I have the Corn Warriors behind my dogs as always. The idea was to try to get the Phoenix Guard into them, or even I would have taken the White Lions, because the Corn Warriors are going to kill 15 White Lions, and that would have been awesome. The Knights, I hadn't decided if they were going to go into the Phoenix Guard or into the Spearman at this point, or Sea Guard that he has there in the middle. The Tzeentch Warriors and the other Mutalith were going to run around and try to deal with the Phoenix Guard, because I figured with a 3-up, 5-up, which I think becomes like a 4-up, 5-up against his Phoenix Guard. Although his Phoenix Guard have the Razor standard, so it would be a 5-up, 5-up. I found this out after the game. But yeah, that was the plan there, to try to deal with the Phoenix Guard, and my Sorcerer Lord was going to run around the side and deal with his Bolt Throwers and his Archer units with magic and just raw awesome. That was the plan. Here's my opponent's center, kind of. From left to right, there's his Phoenix Guard, and he's got his level 2 caster in there. He's got a bolt thrower on the hill right next to some archers. I know they look like wood elves, but they're really regular elves. They just don't dress well. In front of them are a big old unit of Sea Guard. Next to them is another unit of archers. And his left flank, I believe, those are his White Lions with a BSB. He's got a bolt thrower behind them. He's got the Frost Chicken right there, and right behind him is another bolt thrower. And now that I think about it, I think in that last picture in the center there, I believe his archer unit that actually looks like High Elf archers was where his level 4 caster was, which was just ridiculous. Over here is my right flank with just the beast over there holding the right flank. My center consists of my dogs, my Corn Warriors, Berserk, my Zinch Knights, and Lady Elizabeth. And my left flank. From left to right, there's my Sorcerer Lord, there's my Gilded Beast, and there's my Zinch Warriors with the little Skull Caddy in there. Here's top of one after movement, and I actually got to go first, so I was excited, so I moved forward. Kinda. The Knights held back a little bit. I don't really know why I did that, to be perfectly honest. I think I screwed up. The Zinch Warriors should have came up further. They didn't. Again, I don't know why I did that. And my Sorcerer Lord, he comes up a decent amount, and the idea was just to get him in the range for his spells. Same with the Beast. The idea was to try to get his spell off, maybe on the, what's it called, Phoenix Guard. Not because I had any delusions I was going to do a bunch of damage, but, you know, even one wound is better than 0. During my magic phase, I get Glean Magic off on his caster. Not only did I get it off, but I'm able to do a wound to him. That strength 3 wound with Warp Flame on it. Yeah, it works. I beat him. He's now a level 1 caster, and I take Hand of Glory from him. I know high magic. It's actually kind of filthy. I felt dirty knowing high magic on my Sorcerer Lord. It's so elf. But the icing on the cake here is that wound has the Warp Flame special rule on it, and his Toughness 3 Sissy Mage failed his Toughness check, which means he takes D3 more wounds, which means he's dead. So top of turn 1, I kill an Elf Mage. No matter what happens for the rest of the game, I feel like a winner. Nothing else happens in that turn, so we go to bottom of 1 after movement. And as you can see, he's an elf, so he doesn't move a whole lot. His White Lions and his Frost Chicken come running up. But other than that, nothing really happens. So we go into his magic phase, and I let Final Transmutation go through because it was a gamble. I know it was stupid. I know everyone's like, what do you mean you let it go through? I was worried about Searing Doom killing off all my knights, so I was saving my dice to stop that, and I'm really glad that I did, because he did the powered up version of Searing Doom and he rolled like a 20 or something. It was really high. It was past the teens, so I was lucky to get that, because otherwise all my Zinch Knights would have just been pulverized. But that's neither here nor there, because Final Transmutation ends up killing 6 of my Zinch Warriors, which sucks. And, you know, the Bubble Stupidity doesn't do anything. I'm able to make my stupidity checks, but it still sucked that I lost that many warriors all at once. During his shooting phase, he immediately targets the dogs and kills 3 of them, thanks to some crazy stupid luck to actually make their break check and stick it out. I think something takes a pot shot at my Corn Warriors. I think one of his bolt throwers just shoots at him for fun, and he's able to put 1 into the dirt. Not a big deal. Yep, and I don't remember, I think maybe it was the unit of archers on the hill. They take pot shots at the remaining 2 dogs and are able to finish them off. Luckily for me, the Corn Warriors are frenzied and don't care, but it still sucks that the dogs die that quick every time. We've got no combat or anything else, so we go to top of 2 after movement, and you're looking at it. My Corn Warriors kind of tilt to look at the Phoenix. Hindsight being 2020, I should have charged him with the Mutalith. I don't know why I didn't. Just second guessing myself at this point. You know, I've been back for a while. I should have just charged it, but I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking about. I should have charged the Mutalith into the flank of that stupid Phoenix and hoped that he flubbed, because if he had, that would have been awesome. But I didn't, and here it is. The Corn Warriors turn to face the bird. The Mutalith moves up. I don't know what I was thinking with the White Lions. The Knights turn just in case the Phoenix was trying to charge them in the flank. Sorcerer Lord comes over to try to throw some spells at the Phoenix. The Zinch Warriors stay over there because I'm afraid of the Phoenix charging me in the flank. And the Gilded Beast runs up to try to start throwing his spells at the Sea Guard. Really what happens here is I'm so afraid of the stupid Phoenix that I completely bottleneck my movement phase. I turn everything to worry about the Phoenix. I don't think about the rest of his army, which was incredibly stupid. I know better than that, but I screwed it up. Needless to say, in my magic phase, I roll snake eyes, and my opponent channels once, and so we have the exact same amount of dice. I throw my dice at, I think, Bolt to Change on his Frost Chicken. He's able to easily stop it, and we go to bottom of 2 after movement. So all that careful posturing and stuff like that is for naught, because his Frost Chicken slams into my Corn Warriors because I'm stupid. Everything else, his White Lions move around a little bit so they can see the Mutolith. I didn't think he could see. I should have checked. I was stupid. You'll see what happens there. And now that he's got this game in the bag, or so he thinks, his Phoenix Guard and his Sea Guard move slightly to deal with the Beast. Right here, there's a better picture of the Frost Chicken slamming into the Corn Warriors. During his magic phase, he gets Plague of Rust off on my Knights. I had to let it go because I didn't have that many Dispel dice, and I was really still worried about Searing Doom. He gets Final Transmutation off again on my Warriors. I only lose 2 this time. Not as bad as it could have been, but again, I let this one go because I was really worried about Searing Doom. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I'm able to stop Searing Doom, but in his shooting phase, he unloads with all 3 Bolt Throwers into the Knights and kills 4 of them. You wouldn't think that -1 to your armor save would be that big of a deal at all, but it actually is. Apparently, it's my death knell because, yeah, I lose 4 of my Tzeentch Knights. Just at this point, I realized the mistake I made in the movement phase last turn, and I'm realizing that now it's a 90-degree uphill battle, and I did it to myself. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something shoots at the beast and puts a wound on him. In combat, I'm able to put 1 wound on the Frost Chicken, because you always strike last, and strength 4, because apparently being cold makes you weaker. I don't know. These guys are from the north. You'd suppose they'd be used to cold by now. But whatever. Yeah, So they always strike last, and they're -1 strength. So they're strength 4 against his toughness 6 or 5 or whatever it is. I'm able to slip 1 wound through, but he does 7 with his Thunder Stomps and attacks and just raw awesome that is the Thunder Chicken thing. And the only reason that they're still there in combat is because I'm steadfast. So they stick it out. So we go to top of 3 after movement, and as you can see, I'm desperately trying to un-F myself here. My Mutolith moves up around the flank to either go after the Bolt Thrower, the flank of the Phoenix Guard, maybe even the Sea Guard. Whatever opportunity looks the best. My Tzeentch Warriors climb up on top of that thing so that they can possibly go up to the Phoenix Guard. I have the Phoenix Guard charge him. At this point, I don't care. And the Sorcerer Lord runs over to try to get his spells off on anything other than the chicken, because the White Lions, we all know, have that stupid Banner of the World Dragon. So I'm trying to knock out as many Phoenix Guard as I can before the Tzeentch Warriors have to get into deal with them. And once again, I do not send the Mutolith into the flank of the Phoenix, and I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was worried about the White Lions charging into the flank of the Beast, but I should have charged him into the stupid Phoenix. I didn't, and I regret it so much. So much fail on my part in this one. During the beginning of the phase, I should say, real quick, in this picture you see a bunch of dice. Well, Berserk has the Potion of Strength, so I quaff it, if you will, and so now he's Strength 7, technically, against the Phoenix. He'd be Strength 8 against anything else, but he's Strength 7. So I'm thinking, awesome, he's got 6 attacks. All he has to do is weather the Phoenix's attacks, and I'm going to be able to knock this out of the park, right? Well, no. It becomes, the Phoenix kills 3 of my guys, the Berserk gets ready, lines it up, gets ready, and I hit twice. I roll 4 1s, a 6, and a 4. And I took a picture, because who's going to believe me? Nobody has that kind of bad luck, right? I do. 4 1s, a 4, and a 6. I think I failed to wound with one of those, and he makes his ward save with the other. Basically, what happens is after Thunderstomps, he kills 1 more. The Frost Chicken is perfectly fine. He wins by 4, but I'm steadfast because I have a rank, so I stay once again. But unfortunately, the Potion of Strength has now been wasted because Berserk couldn't hit a frigging Thunder Chicken, a Phoenix the size of a giant, I don't know, a house, the moon. Yeah. 4 ones, a 6, and a 4. I failed to wound with one needing like 2s or 3s. I can't remember exactly what it was, but really discouraging. Really discouraging. But, yeah, with my morale set to maximum, we go to bottom of 3 after movement, and his White Lion slam into my Mutolith because my opponent isn't as retarded as I am in this game. I believe his Phoenix Guard tried to charge my Tzeentch Warriors and fail, so there's a little something. Thank you, Fate. The Sea Guard come up slightly, which is fine with me, because now with the Phoenix Guard out of the way, I'm thinking I'm going to charge the Mutolith into the Sea Guard and see what happens there. If, you know, he's still alive after this turn. And other than that, his archers turn just so they have something to shoot at, and the ones on the hill pretty much stands there because they're enjoying the show. There's a better picture of his White Lions doing what I should have done 2 turns ago, but I hate it when I screw up. And there's a better picture of the, what's it called? The Phoenix Guard failing a charge, which I'm fine with. During the magic phase, once again, I have to let Final Transmutation go off because I'm worried about other spells. No, not in this one. I try to stop this one, and I fail miserably. He ends up getting my caster, which is fine. The Skull Caddy's useless garbage anyway. And he gets one more warrior, which sucks, but it is what it is. And then in shooting phase, he's able to put a wound on Elizabeth and kill off my final knight. So that's just fantastic. Over here in combat, his White Lions destroy the Mutolith before I can do anything. It's really kind of depressing. The BSB puts like 3 wounds on the beast all by himself. The beast attacks before the White Lion, or no, I'm sorry, the beast doesn't attack before White Lions. The White Lions do end up just carving them up after that. And yeah, I don't make like any of my saves. It's going awesome for me right now. But, yeah, the beast dies horribly, and it's my fault. It is completely and totally my fault. Sorry, beast. In this situation, I failed you. Anyway, so we go back over to this combat right here with the Frost Chicken versus my Corn Warriors. I'm able to slip 1 more wound through on the chicken while he kills 4 more of my Corn Warriors. Grace of the gods, I'm able to survive this battle with 2 guys and Berserk left, all at strength 4 now because the potion is worn out. And yeah, I'm able to make my break check and stick it out. So it is what it is. So we go over here to top of 4 after movement, and as you can see, I'm like, what the hell? I might as well go for it, right? The Tzeentch Warriors charge into the Phoenix Guard, which is cool. They make it. The Mutolith Vortex Beast charges the Sea Guard, and they flee because they fail their terror check, which is just outstanding. The Beast does try to redirect into the Bolter and fails his leadership check. It is what it is, I guess. Actually, I'm sorry, they didn't go after the Bolter. The Beast went after the Phoenix Guard, or tried to redirect into Phoenix Guard, but he failed his leadership check, and he went after the fleeing Sea Guard. So the Sea Guard flee, and it puts him in a great position for Lady Elizabeth to charge him, so they do. They have to flee, right? Well, when he flees, he rolls Snake Eyes, and Lady Elizabeth is able to catch them because she rolls like an 11 plus 7. So she goes like 18 inches, and they go 2 away from her. She was like 14 away from them, and boom, the entire unit of Sea Guard is DRT, dead right there. Hell yeah. Other than that, everything else of mine is deader in combat, so there's a better picture of Lady Elizabeth catching the Sea Guard as they try to run. In all fairness, if the Gilded Beast was coming after me, I'd grab all my buddies and flee too. And there's the Beast's quote-unquote failed charge, but let's face it, that was actually awesome. It got me some points, so I didn't get goose-egged in this game at least, so I'll take it. During the magic phase, the Beast is able to get his spell off on the archers, and he makes them stupid, and I think 2 of them die from just being warped by the awesomeness that is the Beast. And during the magic phase, I'm able to open up a small gateway into the Infernal on the archers on the hill. It doesn't do much to them. I think I kill like 3, and then they fail their toughness check and 1 more dies. So it's not even really enough for a panic. Well, I think it is enough for a panic check, but they make it no problem. And the unfortunate miscast 4 does hit me. I am able to make my ward save, but yeah, miscast 4. That sucks. then we go right into combat, and the Thunder Chicken is able to kill off the rest of my Corn Warriors, which is just phenomenal. However, I am able to slip another wound through on him, so he's at 3 wounds. He's only got 2 left, and so does Berserk, so it's an even fight. It only took my entire contingency of Corn Warriors with halberds in order to get to this point, but I feel like it was totally not worth it at all. My opponent definitely got the better deal on this one. After this combat is over, I attempt to reform. I make my break check, or I make my test, I think. And yeah, well, duh, obviously. And I move over so that the White Lions can't charge Berserk. It's a little thing that I picked up watching other battle reports. So thank you, other battle reporters. I appreciate it. Oh, and I obviously make my break check. Anyway, over here in combat, my Tzeentch Warriors aren't able to do anything to the Phoenix Guard. I think maybe one dies. That's it. That's it. He makes so many of his 4-up ward saves. I checked the table for magnets. Didn't find any, but I'm pretty sure that his Phoenix Guard, he can't paint them. I think if he put paint on the models, they would end up failing him, because I don't even know what the deal is. The bonus to that is, though, however, that my Tzeentch Warriors take 0 wounds in return, because I make all my armor and ward saves. So with his 2 ranks and a banner to my charge rank banner high ground, we end up, and I think I do a wound, so I end up winning this combat, but he's steadfast and makes his break check like it's going out of style. So, we go to bottom of 4 after movement, and you're looking at it. The White Lions run over to go after Lady Elizabeth, or whatever the hell they can get a hold of. His archers spin around on the hill to look at the beast, and that's really about it. There's no other movement. They're elves, they don't need to move, they're winning. Yeah, during the magic phase, he gets Transmutation let off on the Tzeentch Warriors, and as we've seen in battle reports previous and earlier in this game, Transmutation lead, once cast on that unit, is pretty much the end of that unit. I don't fully understand it. Maybe it's psychological, maybe it's physiological, maybe it's illogical. Bottom line is, something about that spell just makes me eat crow. And then I bite the curb so we can stomp on the back of my head. And yeah, well, I take pictures so that we can all enjoy my pain. During his shooting phase, the Desperate Elves put another wound on the Gilded Beast. I think he was carrying one before, and they just add to it because, well, you know, he likes to collect them. Over here, Berserk versus the Chicken. They exchange wounds. Berserk takes a wound, and the Chicken takes a wound. We end up stalemating this combat because we both do a wound. So we both have 1 left, and it comes down to this final couple of combats, so it's very exciting, actually. It's been a really good fight, although the Chicken is definitely winning, considering it chewed up all those Corn Warriors. Yeah, I'm bitter, so... In combat over here, I'm able to kill 2 Phoenix Guard. Sad part is they knew it was coming. Worst part is they kill 4 Tzeentch Warriors, which means for every Tzeentch Warrior, every Phoenix Guard is worth 2 Tzeentch Warriors with Hand Weapon Shield, which is driving me a little crazy, I won't lie to you. But yeah, 4 of my Warriors die to 2 of his Phoenix Guard. I don't win this combat. I am not steadfast. He's got a lot of combat res on me. The Tzeentch Warriors know it, and they flee exactly 4 inches. The Phoenix Guard go 9. Run them down. And they end up actually where the Tzeentch Warriors were when they charged the Phoenix Guard, which I find kind of insulting. Kind of insulting. So, yeah, the Tzeentch Warriors once again get ripped apart by elves. And I'm starting to fall out of love with the Tzeentch Warriors again. So, fickleness that is me. Anyway, after I'm done crying tears of unfathomable sadness, we go to top of 5 after movement. And you're looking at it. For the most part, Lady Elizabeth goes into the bolt thrower. My Mutalith charges the archers on the hill who flee and get away, which is sad. And my Sorcerer Lord slams into the bolt thrower that's on the hill because I'm kind of tired of catching the bolts. There's a better shot of Lady Elizabeth slamming into the bolt thrower because it's gots to die. And there's a better picture of Lord Tremendous slamming into the bolt thrower because although I'm probably not going to win this game, I'm going to take as many of those pointy-eared F words as I possibly can before this game is over because now it's all about body count. And there's a better picture of the Mutalith failing a charge, but you know what? It's still kind of funny watching the elves flee from the beast. During my magic phase, I am able to get the Infernal Gateway off on the one bolt thrower that's not in combat, and I kill his ass, which I'm perfectly fine with. It dies, it's glorious, and then we go into combat, and the Sorcerer Lord is easily able to kill the other two, the two bolt thrower crew on the bolt thrower he was in combat with. I try to overrun into the fleeing elves and kill them, but I missed them by about an inch, as you can see. So not the perfect combo, but I'll take it. Because in all fairness, if he had made that charge, then the archers would have charged my Sorcerer Lord. That might have been really bad. Combat res alone. So maybe it was a mixed blessing. Honestly, though, I would have preferred to see the dead elves. So, you know, I don't always get what I want. Over here, Lady Elizabeth is able to murder death kill the elven war machine that she's in combat with, turn around to face the archers that are stupid, and she's just hoping and praying that she gets to slam into them before the end of the game. Over here in the epic combat, Berserk ends up getting killed by the Thunder Chicken. Nothing I can do about it other than, you know, maybe not fail as much as I have been. Yeah, Berserk eats his last wound before he can strike. I rolled the attacks anyway, and Berserk ended up actually wounding the stupid chicken 3 times. My opponent gracefully acknowledged my need for just to see what would happen if Berserk got to attack, and he failed 2 out of 3 of his saves, and the chicken would have died had Berserk just held on one more round. But it wasn't meant to be. Frost Chicken eats Berserk and decimates all that is corn on the table. Gotta give it to the Frost Chicken. It really kicked ass in this game. I just wish it hadn't have been mine. So we go to bottom of 5. And his archers rally. Everything turns to face the 3 guys I have left on the table: the Beast, the Sorcerer Lord, and Elizabeth. It's all I can do now. Now it's just a matter of pride. Kill as many of these effing elves as I can before the game is over. I almost forgot. The White Lions did try to do a long-distance charge into the Mutilith and failed miserably, which is nice. And there's a better picture of his archers rallying from the previous charge. During his shooting phase, he's able to put 2 more wounds on the Beast. He's hanging on by 1, but he's still alive, so that should count for something. There's no combat, so we go to top of 6 after movement. And as you can see, the Beast tried to charge the archers who stood and shot and killed him. So, son of a bitch. Oh, well. Lady Elizabeth does slam into the flank of the archers, and she's going to wreak havoc on them. Meanwhile, my Sorcerer Lord runs over to just start harassing the Phoenix Guard and trying to kill off the Frost Phoenix with whatever damage he can possibly do. There's a better picture of Elizabeth slamming into the archers, which is awesome. And there's a better picture of my poor Beast getting killed by the archers that fled from him. Very well played by my opponent, but it always breaks my heart a little bit when the Beast dies. Because I love my Beast. I love them! It's cool, though. It's cool. He gave me a tissue. It was nice. It was a heartfelt sentiment. Anyway, we go into the magic phase, and I'm able to get Pink Flame off on the, what's it called? Phoenix Guard. And I believe it's strength 4 or 5 that I end up hitting him with, so it's not terrible. I do end up killing about 6 of the Phoenix Guard, something like that. It's a decent amount, and they're not happy about it. They're not happy about it at all. They do end up making their toughness check for the Warp Flame rule, and what's it called? Get a 6-up regen, but with their 4-up ward, who the F cares, right? In the shooting phase, because why not, it's my last one, I use my Flaming Breath attack on the Elves and try to kill a few more. I think I only get 2, though. I roll really bad, and he makes, of course, his 4-up ward saves because it's going out of style. But I did try. He blew his load twice, and it was great. The resulting miscast 7, however, would have been awesome had he been in combat with something or in base to base. But for the most part, all it does is in my magic phase. But still, miscast anytime. It's just, you know, you don't really look forward to it. I don't enjoy miscast 7s. Or any miscast for that matter. It's kind of frustrating. I guess miscast 7 is probably the best miscast if you're going to miscast. But I digress. Anyway, with magic and shooting and everything all done, I go over to. Oh, I'm sorry, those slides were out of order. Bottom line is, I miscast with Pink Fire, not Flaming Breath. I apologize. I don't know how the slides got mixed up, but most of you didn't even notice till I said anything. And if you did, bravo. If you didn't, bravo. I'm sorry. I apologize. So now that that's all over and done with, we went into the combat phase, and Lady Elizabeth flubs a little bit. She only ends up killing 2 of the archers. But with charge, banner, flank, and 2 wounds, to no wounds in return, and a rank, they lose by 4. They're steadfast, they make their break check, and then turn to face her, because that's what I do. And yeah, they end up looking just like that. So we go to bottom of 6 after movement, and it's glorious. Nothing really happens. He can't charge Lady Elizabeth with anything. The White Lions couldn't see her. Everything was right where it was supposed to be. Yeah, so we go into combat, and Lady Elizabeth is able to do 4 wounds. I think even her horse was able to kill one of the archers. I got like 5 wounds, 4 or 5 wounds, and a banner to, I think he had. No, he didn't even have a rank anymore. So he loses combat. He's still steadfast, but he rolls like a 10. And the BSB was out of range. They flee. Lady Elizabeth runs them down, and I'm able to get the points for the archers last minute. And in the end, that's what the board looks like. All the expensive elves are still perfectly fine on the table, happy as everything. His frost chicken is still alive. Yeah, everything, as you can see, is still alive. I've got Lady Elizabeth and Lord Tremendous left on the table. So yes, my husband-wife team is the only thing to survive this game. And if I had to choose 2 models to survive a game, if everything else had to die, it would be Lord Tremendous and Lady Elizabeth, because I have brand loyalty. Sorry, beasts, you'd be my 3rd choice. But yeah, we'll get into the recap in a minute, because right now it's time for a quick timeout. Token time, everybody. Tokens. Check them out. All the tokens you could need for anything that you could possibly play. Warhammer 40k, Infinity, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Infinity, Malifaux, whatever you need tokens for, Token Gal can make the tokens. They're dirt cheap, guys. No more than $8 for a set, but they're solid gold quality. I mean, these are glass beads. They magnify the picture and the words. You've got wound counters. You've got status effects. You've got spell effects. +1 toughness, -1 strength. Whatever you need. She's got all the magic lores. She's got everything you need for any system that you play. She's got a email address you can send and be like, hey, I'm looking for this. And now she has a website. It's there at the bottom. I'm not going to bother reading it off, because if you can't read, what the hell are you doing on the internet? Just seriously, though, check her out. Check out her website. Order yourself some tokens. It's totally worth it. You won't regret it. Hey guys, I know I've already talked to you about this before, but you should really check these pictures out, because they were all painted, including my model, by Unleashed Wargaming. And they have their email right up there at the top of the page, and they've also got it down there. They got a YouTube channel. He's working on a website. It's not quite ready yet, but yeah, really, if you get a chance, check these guys out. If you're looking for someone to paint your stuff real good, seriously, check these guys out. Go to his, send him an email, check out his YouTube page. It's really worth your time. It's a phenomenal job. It's quick, it's painless. You don't have to worry about painting your stuff. And soon I'll be running a model that these guys painted for me, and I'm very excited about that. But check out these pictures. Give this guy an email. Check him out on YouTube. Get your models painted by him if you can. It's totally worth it. And tell him Tremendous sent you. Real quick, guys, this is kind of an ad. Not really, I guess. I don't know, maybe. But I'm going to be at the Rock Wars GT September 12th to the 14th. If you're going to be there, if you want to go, if you're going to be there and you want to go, hey, if you want to swing by and say hey, introduce yourself or whatever, I would love that. I always love meeting the subscribers and stuff, people that enjoy the page. If you got something you want to say about it, good, bad, or otherwise, by all means, say it to my face. You know, maybe it'll inspire me to do something, change something. Maybe I'll buy you a beer. Maybe you'll buy me a beer. Maybe we'll buy each other beers. Just it'd be cool to meet you, and I'd love to get some games in with you. So hey, maybe we get a game in too, and make something cool like that happen. But yeah, if you're interested in any details, just go to rockwarsgt.com and check them out. It should be a good competition. The guy, I don't know if some of you will remember Game 5 of the Shiloh GT I went to last time. The guy that also played Warscast, more Nurgle than anything else. He is actually doing some of the tables there, and he's a great artist. And I've heard rumors, I can't confirm or deny, but I've heard rumors of a stained glass table. And if that isn't enough reason to go, I don't know what is. So yeah, if you want to come by Rock Wars GT and check me out, or check out just a tournament, ooh, that sounded weird. I apologize. But if you want to come check out the Rock Wars GT, come on by. I'd love to shake your hand and get to know you. So, in the end, I know you could barely tell, right? It ended up being a crushing defeat for Lord Tremendous. My opponent got 1,899 points out of me. I got a solid 869. So 1,030 points more than me. Yeah, he massacred the crap out of me, and rightfully so. I really made a lot of mistakes in this game, more so than usual. But that hurt my feelings a bit. I ended up losing my Skull Caddy, which was fine, Berserk, which wasn't fine, the Warhounds, my Corn Warriors, my Tzeentch Warriors, my Knights, and both Beasts. Hurts. The High Elf Scum ended up losing their Mage, which was awesome, the Sea Guard, which was awesome, the Archers, which was awesome, and the 3 Bolt Throwers, which was just okay. Really, I should have been magicking that Phoenix from the word go. Like, top of round 1, Infernal Gateway and Bolt of Change had been thrown at that thing like it was going out of style. I failed with my target priority, and it's I'd love to say I'm not going to do it again, but if you watch it in my battle reports, I'll probably screw that up again. Berserk using his potion and then flubbing his to-hit roll killed me. I am leaving that failure to Berserk. I'm placing that at his feet. That really sucked. He's a Khorne exalted hero with an extra hand weapon. There was no reason for him to miss a Thunder Chicken like that, needing 3s to hit too. Oh, just broke my heart. Piss poor use on my original beast, which my opponent capitalized on, and rightfully so. I should have charged in at Phoenix the minute he gave me the flank. I would have had 2 combat res to his nothing. Yeah, he could have possibly done 4 wounds to me. It's true. It's a possibility, but he had... Still, I could have held him there. I could have stopped him. Who knows? But I should have done that. I know better than that. I can't believe I didn't do that. But don't worry. I'm going to beat the crap out of myself for doing that and hopefully not make that same mistake twice. The Tzeentch Warriors caught far too many final transmutations, which is my fault. I was worried more about my Knights than about the Tzeentch Warriors. I should have tried to stop those more and hope that he just rolled like a 1 or a 2 for his Searing Doom. It was a mistake, maybe, I don't know. In the end, all the damn Knights ended up dead before they got into combat anyway, so I don't know. The Phoenix Guard couldn't fail ward saves. They failed 3. Well, they failed more in the magic phase, but I don't know. So many things to target, so little skill. I don't know what to do. Basically, F Elves. Just, I hate them so much. I did get to kill a bunch of them, though, so that felt pretty good. 869 points worth, by the way. So I feel pretty good about that, at least. At least it wasn't a goose egg like I was worried about when the game was going on. But all in all, as much as I complained, I still really enjoyed the game. It was my opponent is still solid and very intelligent, capitalized on every mistake that I made, and really opened up some opportunities for himself throughout the game. Basically, I was his bitch. And yeah, that's what you do to your bitch in this game. You beat them with a massacre. So yeah, but it was fun running into the Elves again, one-on-one. It was fun to kill them. I forgot how much I enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to the rematch because it was a blast. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for Battle Report 110. I hope you guys are still enjoying them as much as I am. As always, feel free to put any comments, questions, concerns, or complaints in the comments section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.